Hey guys, it's me and I'm back with a new video. I finished the ARC 100 days video on Hardcore Lost Island, so yeah, the support on the last video was unreal and I really hope you like this video as well. So yeah, please leave a like if you enjoyed the video and please drop me some positive or negative feedback in the comments so I could improve for the next video. And yeah, have fun while watching, see you next time. So, it's the first day, we're waking up on a beach, I scratch my arm, and then I want to go on a little run to explore everything, but I get scared off by a bird behind me. So yeah, I decided to keep him alive, and then I proceed to go on the beach to explore the region and to find a cool place for my first primitive base on here. So yeah, we're just going around on a beach. Then I decided to throw hands on a tree to get some thatch and some wood. And yeah, so I could actually craft my first pig. And yeah, then I eventually went on to get some more thatch and some more wood so I could set up our first base. Yay! You know, like setting up the wood thatch foundations, a few walls, and yeah, that's almost it. Just placing the last walls here, and then I decided to go into the woods so I could find a poor little fella to kill, and I decided to kill the Pteranodon that was stuck between a rock and a tree. So yeah, he was going to be my first victim for my meat and hide run. So yeah, I missed a few shots there, but it's alright, we move. So later the day I went on to kill some more small dinos for their meat and their blood, so I could craft myself some bowlers to tame some bigger animals. This would be the task if they won. So yeah, after killing this poor Listro, I went on to bowler a parasaur and to trank him with my slingshot. So yeah, a few shots to the head and he's going to pass out. I fed him some berries and then I found a 145 moss shops that only wanted major berries. So yeah, I decided to tame it to get my first high level tame on the series. So yeah, after taming it, I took him on a night adventure, but he got attacked by a capra and I had to run away to save my life. So yeah, rip moss shops. On the second day, I tamed myself a new moss shops. And I went on a run with him. Then I decided to tame myself a trank raptor and use the moss shops as a bait so I could bowler it. And then I whipped out my bow so I could just fire some trank arrows at its head to get it tranked. And so we could have our first rideable and dangerous dino that is not afraid of fighting even if I'm dismounted. So yeah. So I tamed him completely and I also made him a saddle, so he's going to be our first predator. So yeah, I took both of them home and continued the day with bowling a Pteranodon on the beach. Was level 145 and it's quite nice tame for flying around. So yeah, I just had to trank it. So yeah, we got our first high level. So yeah, I completely tamed him and he was level 217, and on the beginning of the third day I went back to the capra to collect a drop, but yeah, we got attacked again, so I had to save my poor raptor from the capra. That was way too close, but I managed to save my raptor, and I spent the rest of the day with crafting or with collecting all materials so I could craft a saddle for my racer. So yeah, I took him on a ride to explore the local neighborhood, and I found a rock who had some rock which had some crystals on it. So yeah, we are all set up to make us a cool spyglass afterwards. So on day 4 I felt kinda dangerous, and so I decided to go fly around the redwoods to look out for some cool things. And yeah, later I was looking out for an Argy, and I found a level 100 Argentavis, so I thought, yeah, I definitely want to tame it. So my first move was to get the Alpha Raptor off the cliff, and yeah, I did it.
Bruh.
So yeah, then I decided to take some shots at the Argy, and after hunting him down for a lot of time and missing a few shots every now and then, and yeah, it was quite hard to hit him, especially when he was fleeing. So yeah, but I managed to knock him out with the last trank arrow I had. So yeah, we got ourselves a nice RG. So on day 5 I wanted to tame a Capra. So yeah, I went back to the crime scene I have visited before, and I started firing training arrows at the Capra. And yeah, I mean, he caught me, but while he was chewing on me, I tranked him. So yeah, we got ourselves a Capra. And also, while I was waiting for the for the Capra to tame, I got myself the Raptor. Nice level 140, so yeah, cool little tame. So I went back to the Capra and called him Croc. So yeah, we've got ourselves a nice Croc here. And our first water dino. And I called my Raptor Red, cause he was red.
Bruh.
So yeah, I returned back to base. And on day 6 I went to the woods with Red to get ourselves a new Raptor, but unfortunately I lost my tag Raptor while looking for a new one, so yeah, I had to get a new tag Raptor. So in the early morning hours of day 6, I wanted to collect a drop, but the drop was stuck in the ground, so yeah, I traveled all the way for nothing and made my way back to base with a sad feeling of disappointment. So yeah, later, a bit later, I tricked a saber down the hill, so I could be alone with the other saber on the mountain. And yeah, I jumped off my mount and bowled it, and yeah, that was the way of me taming a level 130 saber. So yeah, I chased him down the hill and called him Diego, like the one in Ice Age. So yeah, cool inspiration. And yeah, and I just had to take him back to base, which was quite painful because I had to run with him all the way back to base because I couldn't pick him up. And on day 7, I took all my tames, all my dangerous tames, with me, so I could fight an Alpha Raptor who was lurking near my base for too long. So yeah, I took all of them with me, and yeah, we attacked the Alpha Raptor. We lost our tech raptor, but we managed to kill the alpha raptor and we got some amazing stuff. So on day 8 I finally named my Argentavis Topper Harley, like Charlie Cheat and Hotshots. And then I took my tech parasaur to my new base location so we could start off with building our new base. And yeah. I decided to take a base on near the swamp area of the beach, just a little bit more in the mountains. So after flying around for a bit, I finally decided to take the hill on here for my new base because it was all like quite even. So yeah, it was really cool to build a base because you didn't really have to worry about the differences in the height of the foundations and stuff. So yeah, it was the early night when I placed the first wooden foundations, and yeah, nothing too spectacular, but I just wanted to get started and to set up a bit. So yeah, later we tamed Stego and accidentally knocked out the Dilophosaur. Yeah, I tamed the Stego to get some creature that is able to harvest wood. And on day 9, I traveled around the map to steal things from the beaver family. Yeah, I really love the beaver families. Yeah, so I went back, and on day 10 to day 12 I spent most of the time building my base. Build a nice house with a greenhouse at the right. And set up some chests, some glass walls, but yeah, I didn't have enough stuff to craft all of them, so yeah, they're coming in later. But I think I've did a quite decent job here, especially with the greenhouse right next to the house. So yeah, cool stuff. We also got ourselves a cool roof, but I mean I built the roof, but I didn't really know how to use it, so it's gonna be empty for the beginning. And yeah, later on day 12, I went on to the mountains so I could find myself an Argy to collect metal. And while flying around, I discovered a 145 Anki, which was quite decent. So I just took him to base to crank him on the hill near my base, and I actually managed. I mean, it took a few shots to trank a 145 Anki, but I managed to trank him, to knock him out, and yeah, just had to tame it. But I left him laying there so he could starve out. So later on day 12 I tamed a level 174 Tech Raptor and I called him Beast. Cause he's a real beast. So I took him home with my RG, and while I was taking him home I spotted a Fiomia, and I also took it home so I could get a shit ton of shit for my greenhouse. In the night I went to get myself a Dirty Curious so I could, get some more stone for my base. So it was day 13 when I realized that I forgot about the Anki I drank the day before, so I went on to get a new one since the old one disappeared. And I also tamed a dung beetle, and yeah, I thought about a name and then I just decided I could call him Poopy. And yeah, so I built a small cage for him next to my greenhouse, threw him in, and now everything was set so I could get some fertilizer for all my narco berries. So it was day 14 and I finished my greenhouse. So narcoberry season was just about to begin. And you know, later I realized that I forgot about the new Anki as well. So I went on to find the new one and I tamed him just at a spot. So yeah, I'm not going to forget about him again. So on day 15 I took him back to the mountains where I found him so he could harvest us some, some metal and some crystals. And I called him Metal because I mean that's what he's that's what he's going to do. So yeah. So with all the resources we collected, I was finally able to finish the glass front at our base. So yeah, we could have a nice big window where we can look out at the swamp. Cool. Day 15 I still had a lot of time left for the day, so I decided I could head to my old base and bring Razor and Red to the new base. Yeah. So it was day 16 and day 16 began with a trip into the redwoods because I really wanted to tame a Sylar and I was looking out for some and I found a level 90 Sylar. Was just looking for a way to tame it, but there wasn't really a way of taming it without dying, so yeah, I just went on. And while I was back at my base, I discovered a cave that had a lot of resources in it. So yeah, I brought my Anki and my Argy down, and we started to harvest everything out of the cave. And yeah, with all the resources we got from the cave, we made a step further to future and progression and built a fabricator in our base. And later that day, I made my way to the obelisk, but to get ourselves a cryopod. I immediately went down to the scorched earth biome, taking a little vacation in the desert. And yeah, while flying through the desert, I was looking for some cool animals because I had no experience with the scorched earth biome, and I really wanted, to get a look at it. And while flying around, I spotted a level 145 Sylar. So I thought, yeah, I definitely need to get it. So yeah, I was looking for a way to tame it and trank it safely. So yeah, it didn't really go as planned. I got attacked, and then I set up a few traps. And yeah, while setting up traps, I got disturbed by some scorpions. So yeah, later I managed to trap the Sylar in our bear traps, and yeah, the scorpions were just about to disturb me again, but I didn't want to lose the Sylar, so I just tried to get away to fire a few shots at the Sylar so I could maybe tame him. And yeah, so basically what happened is um we got disturbed by the scorpions again. While trying to tame it, it got out, it attacked me, and I had to leave because there's no way I could tame it without dying. On day 18, I went back to the scorched earth biome so I could look out for the Sylar. I wanted to tame the day before, so yeah. I found the Sylar again, and then I placed some bear traps to trap it so it couldn't really move, couldn't really bite us. And yeah, we had some easy shots on him. And I mean, he escaped from the trap, but yeah, when he went out, he fell unconscious right after. So yeah, wasn't really a problem to tame it. Only thing I forgot about was narcotics and cooked prime meat. So yeah, basically what happened is the Sylar woke up, and yeah, I just had to run back to Racer so I could save him, his life and my life, and yeah, we couldn't tame the Sylar. So it was day 19, and I made some improvements for my base, setting up a generator, and some other cool things. So yeah, we finally have electricity here. And later I went on to kill some tech stores, but while doing it I was dismounted and I got attacked by a Titanoboa, and the Titanoboa actually knocked me out. So yeah, I just fell unconscious, and yeah, luckily my saber was powerful enough to kill the Stego and the Titanoboa, so I could survive. And yeah, it was day 20 and I was still just about to kill some, some tech dinos because I really needed electronics and oil and other stuff. So yeah, on day 20 I was looking out for some silica pearls, so I went to the ocean with my croc, and yeah, couldn't really find any silica pearls, so it was just, trip wasn't really good, so yeah, I had to look out for some more in the future. So day 21 and day 22 I was still just running around killing tech dinos, and yeah, I later I made a huge amount of polymer so I could craft some other cool things, and in the evening I went to the beaver beaver dams, and I really needed a huge amount of salmoning paste for more polymer, and I mean that's basically where you can find a lot of it. So yeah, just making sure we have enough resources for our building projects. So I was flying back to base, and the next day, day 23, I finally managed to make myself a chemistry table. So yeah, we could make some more narcotics with less resources. So yeah, cool thing, really helpful, especially if you want to tame a lot of things. And later on day 23, I went back to the Scorched Earth biome to look out for a Sylar. And while flying around, I couldn't find the 145 again, only a level 20, so nothing too special, but we actually managed to find a decent Sylar, so I was just thinking about a way to trap it, and I was just flying around looking for a spot where I could, place some traps for it. And yeah, I decided to just jump off Razor, put a bear trap down, using him as a bait, and yeah, it actually worked. He flew towards me, I got on him, and yeah, so I was just leading the Sylar to the trap, and it's easy game. We just had to land a few shots on him, a few headshots, so he could pass out easier, and yeah, we managed to trank it, and we actually managed to tame it. But yeah, something stupid happened. While I was back at my base, I was just, you know, I was just taking the Sylar out for a little run, killing a few things to level up. And what happened is my game crashed while I was fighting a few Stegos. So basically, when I was back in game, I just discovered my Sylar was dead, and I couldn't really save it. And the thing is, why you can't really see it in the video is because when you're recording on PS5, it basically, when a game crashes, it stops the recording, but it doesn't just stop the recording, it also deletes the footage you already recorded. So yeah, there's no video of my Sylar getting killed by the Stegos, or of me fighting the Stegos with the Sylar at first place. So yeah, I just had to run away with my saber then, and this was actually the moment where I was just about to quit the whole video. So it's day 25 and I rediscovered my passion and will to continue with the video. So basically what we are doing, we are looking for a new Sylar because I lost my old one. And so yeah, we actually found one in the redwoods. and it was also a decent level. I mean, only level 85. It's not, I mean, not really close to the one we had before, but I mean, yeah, we trapped it, hit a few shots to the head, and yeah, after the Siler was trying to get out, and yeah, it didn't really manage it. We tranked it on the spot, and we had our next Siler. And yeah, I was very happy with it because all the pain I had with the last one. And yeah, so cool that we got it now. So yeah, I cryopotted the Saber and then whipped out the saddle for the Siler. And so yeah, I called the Leona, and then I took her on a run to get some levels up, kill a few things, just to make it a bit better. And I mean, I killed a Diplo and Diplo without a problem, but then I ran into a Diabeo, a really high level Diabeo, and he really almost killed me. So yeah, I whipped up my Saber again, and I actually tranked another Siler, and I just had to cover it from the raptor attacks. So yeah, another Siler for us, and another cool tame. So next day arrived, and I was going to feed the Siler, but when I arrived it already woke up, so yeah, I've lost another Siler. Pain. So I used day 27 to build myself a breeding platform. A breeding platform means I just want, to put up some AC units at the top and just have like a big foundation where I can hatch the eggs. So yeah, day 28 arrived, and I thought, why not take a look at the wyvern trenches? So yeah, I went straight to the volcano to look out for it, and after flying around for a bit, I actually managed to find the trenches. So yeah, I was just flying around, and I didn't really find anything, but I got scared off by poison wyvern, so I left the cave, and he almost killed me while I was recovering. So yeah, close call, but yeah, the video continues. So yeah, day 29, and I decided I didn't really want to risk Grace's life on the wyvern egg mission, so I tried to take myself another high level Patronodon. Yeah, I mean, really tranked him in the redwoods, but yeah, he got attacked by some more terror birds, so I couldn't really help him, and then I trained another high level Patronodon later, and I used him for the wyvern egg mission. So yeah, I just put Razor near the volcano in a safe place, equipped the saddle to the new one, and then I took him to the cave, and while I was flying around I discovered a poison wyvern egg. And I was very lucky because the first egg I found was actually a level 190 poison wyvern egg. So I got very lucky and very happy. And then I continued to farm some obsidian so I could, make some more cool things. So yeah, it was day 31, and I decided I wanted to try the platform out for the first time, and I actually discovered a bug that I could ride the new Patronodon without a saddle. So yeah, kind of funny. And yeah, later I put some fuel to the generator, and all the AC units were going, and I started breeding out the Patronodon egg I just got. So yeah, the egg was going to be our first baby for the season, so yeah. So it is day 32, and I finally hatched the wyvern egg, and because it's such a strong and powerful monster, I decided to call it Vecna, like one of Stranger Things. So yeah, on day 33 I just ran around and stole things from the beaver family again. And after returning home, I just was taking care of all my babies so they could grow up and so I could imprint them as well. And on day 34 was mammoth time because I really wanted to do some base work. And yeah, I mean, to get some wood, I just thought about taming a mammoth. So yeah, I landed a few shots, tranked him, and made him mine. So on day 35, Wagner was finally grown up, so I decided to take him, on a short trip to level him up, to kill a few things. So basically I just went down to kill some stegos, but I wasn't really aware of the poison attack, so I almost killed myself there. It was a really close call. So yeah, I was a bit afraid of using his power attack, so I just made him my new flyer and flew across the map with Wagner. And I was just about to tame my first Rex for the boss fights. I was looking for some high levels, level 130 or higher. And yeah, I found the level 141, but while shooting him, I ran out of trank arrows, so yeah, I couldn't finish the job and I had to save Wagner from the Rex, so yeah. Being left with no more trank arrows, I just decided to kill the Rex, which turned out to be a quite stupid decision at the end, because I was really struggling to get some decent Rexes later. So yeah, it's day 37, and I did a bit of base work here, made like a quick foundation pass towards our breeding structure. So later on day 37 I made my way across the map so I could maybe find another Rex to trank and to tame for the boss fights, and this time I actually managed to trank the Rex, so yeah, no worries about this. And while I was waiting for the Rex to tame, I made a short trip to the Wyvern cave to see if I could find another cool high level egg, but yeah, mission failed. And on day 38 I built a little trap for a baryonyx so I could drop him in there and trank him without risking my life. And yeah, I missed and missed and missed and missed and missed. But then suddenly I scored. And I could finally trank him. And after looking out for some food for him, I decided to call him Barry the Baryonyx. So later on day 39, I made some base improvements and put down some more stone foundations so I could, set up like a mating structure, mating foundation for the Rexes. And then I decided to take the baryonyx to a cave, and I don't know why, but I could walk through the water. It was just a little bug. The cave led to an underground ruin, and I was just about to kill one of the insects in there, and yeah, then I was finally able to grab the first artifact of our Lost Island series. So yeah, cool thing to do. And I immediately went back to the surface, so I didn't spend much longer in the cave because it wasn't really that cool and I was kind of afraid to die in there. So yeah, we made it back to the surface and enjoyed the evening. And on day 41 I decided to go back to the Wyvern trenches, so I could find the Lightning Wyvern egg with a decent level. And actually I didn't really found an egg at the on my first try. So after killing a fire wyvern, I was just about to make a second to go for a second try to find an egg, and I actually found an egg, two eggs, And yeah, but I didn't really record it, so yeah, there's no footage of me grabbing the eggs, but yeah. So it was day 42 and I decided to make it a Rex day. So yeah, I just went on, to search, look for a Rex, and after looking for a while I found one in the grasslands. And yeah, I just started to fire some trank arrows at him to hunt him down for quite a while. And it took very long and I lost him in between the shots. So yeah, but I mean in the in the early evening hours we actually managed to fire our last shots at him. And yeah, so after giving him the last bit of trank he needed, we were finally able to make him unconscious. And I mean I lost the taming efficiency because I didn't really yeah couldn't react in time to stop my last shot, but I mean, yeah, it kinda happens. So it was day 43 and I decided to make it another Rex day because, the boss fight is ahead and yeah, we need all some good Rexes to win. So yeah, I just fired a few shots at a high level Rex I found in the grasslands again, and yeah, he just did his thing, living his life. I don't know what happened there. So yeah, after he was spinning around for a few minutes, he went unconscious, so yeah, we could easily tame him up. And we could, yeah, bring him back to base. So on day 44, I managed to hatch the lightning wyvern eggs, and I decided to, make a short trip with the high level one. And then I decided to kill the low level one with the high level one, so we could level him up. And I mean, 30 levels is not that bad. And the rest of day 44 I spent with some Rex breeding for the boss fight, get some cool Rexes up there. And I actually did some resource gathering, we can like always do something for the base. So yeah, that was like almost day 44. But last but not least, I decided to give my Rex a name and I called him Bossman. It's day 45 and it's another Rex day, another Rex for our boss fight army. So we're going forward, we're breeding and breeding and breeding, but it's not really bad to get some more Rexes, so yeah, just tranking everything I can get with a high level. Day 46 arrived and it was just a resource gathering day, so you can just see a clip of me carrying my Anki in the sunset. It's day 47 now, and I spent the most time with, like breeding the Rex eggs and stuff. I mean, it's very time consuming, especially on hardcore settings. It costs a lot of time to breed some decent Rexes, so yeah, basically that was all I was doing. And on day 48, I did some base work and put some more stone foundations down in front of our base. And on day 49, I decided to have a look for another Siler. I was looking for the high level one from the beginning of the series, the 145 Siler, but I didn't find it. I couldn't really find it. So yeah, kinda sad, but nothing really to worry about. So it was day 50 and I spent the most time of day 50 with flying around the map, discovering some, the blank spaces of the map I haven't seen before, and I found this cool temple in the north, really cool stuff. And later I decided to fight an Alpha Rex, and I actually tricked the Alpha Rex down this cliff a few days before, so I knew he was there, and yeah, I decided it's time to go for him. So yeah, I mean that's what we basically did. Fired some poison balls and then we finished him off with our bite attack. And I was actually expecting, like some decent quality loot, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed. On day 51, I just continue to breed some Rexes. I mean, it's, yeah, I told you before, it's quite hard to get a load of good Rexes. And on day 52, I took my Baryonyx to the sea, you know, to take him for a little swim and look for some underwater creatures. Nothing too special. And later on day 52, I discovered my first Giga on the Lost Island. So yeah, I was just watching him for a bit, and I thought about, you know, taming it later, but I mean, for now we'll just have to leave him there, because he's just, I mean, a Giga is a Giga, and they're just too powerful. So it was day 53, and while flying around to look for some Rexes, I roller coastered myself up into the air, and yeah, I actually um, did this a few days before, but I didn't really hit a clip there, so I just did the same thing again, but yeah, with recording on. So yeah, day 53 wasn't too special. So yeah, we move on to day 54, and it was Sylar time again. So yeah, I just flew around the scorched earth biome to look out for some Sylars. And I mean, you probably already know the answer. I didn't really find anything. So yeah, I decided to go ham on some Carnos and a Yudi. And well, I decided to ruin the day. A transformer just came out the ground and scared me. But yeah, I mean, I decided to fight, to stay my ground, and to kill the Carno. And well, I was thought about attacking the transformer thing, but it transformed again. So I just had to deal with the Yudi. And after missing a few of these poison balls, I decided uh, to fire another one. But I moved way closer to the Yudi, so yeah, he couldn't escape his fate and had to die on the rock. Later I decided to look out for a Sylar. On my Sylar, so I didn't like the idea of just flying around, and I thought about, you know, why not walk around with the Sylar, and maybe we find one this way. But eventually it got very hot, so I had to leave the scorched earth biome before dying to a heat stroke. So I mean, it wasn't too special then, and I didn't, yeah, I wasn't lucky finding a Sylar again. While flying around, I found Tapahera and I wanted to tame it, but I got scared off by some insects, and while I was flying away, I accidentally pressed the bite button and I killed the Tapahera. So it's day 55 and I'm in the redwoods.
What the dog doing?
Caught by Sylar. And after almost getting caught, I had to fight it. And I had to fight some. So after putting up a good fight in the redwoods, I went on to tame some more Rexes, and yeah, I found a cool level Rex and I tranked him, and while I was waiting for him to starve, I decided to fight another Alpha Rex so I could maybe get some good loot this time. And yeah, so I made Wagner ready to fight, and I mean, he's such a beast. the Alpha Rex didn't really stand a chance. So yeah, I mean, you could just enjoy Vecna fighting an Alpha Rex and leaving him no other fate than death. So yeah, I I tamed the Rex I trained before, and I realized he had some terrible stats, so I thought could just free him and yeah, don't use him for any breeding. So I mean, it's kind of waste of trank arrows, but yeah, can't do anything. So it's day 57 and I continued my Rex breeding. And later on day 57 I flew around looking for Rexes and I discovered a cave that was very glitchy. And yeah, so basically I saw this cave and I thought, I mean, I could just rip the Siler out and go on to explore everything. And then I realized there wasn't even some creatures in here. They're just, some trees, some resources like stone, crystal, obsidian, maybe some metal, but it wasn't really that cool. So later I tranked the Rex, and while I was waiting for the Rex to starve, I found my first Megalania ever, and I decided to tame it. So yeah, I just fired a few of the trank arrows on him, and yeah, I almost had him when my Wyvern decided to mix things up, and my Wyvern just killed the poor Megalania. So yeah, we can't have good things. So yeah, I tamed up the Rex and cryoed him so I could safely take him back to our base. And yeah, then I went on to get Vecna and I continued to carry my Styler back to base as well. So that's day 58. And later I pulled out our Lightning Wyvern, which was called Lightning, and yeah, we went on a little fly to, just explore something, and yeah, we actually found a small cave again, and I just thought about, whipping the Styler out again, so I mean that's what I did basically. So yeah, after glitching out for a few seconds, I just whipped out the Styler, and yeah, I was really keen on exploring the cave, but I got disappointed very soon as I realized this wasn't even a big cave and were no creatures in at all. So yeah, I just farmed some obsidian. It was day 59 and I decided to get some more cryopods because I was thinking of some kind of mission for my Rexes, so yeah, I just needed them. And later on day 59, I was looking for some more Rexes to get from my boss fight army, but I couldn't really find any high level Rexes. And on day 60 I decided to go for some fishing, but it was quite boring, so yeah, didn't really do it for long. And it was day 61 to day 63 when I decided to get a few of my Rexes and Cryopods and to take them for a walk in the Scorched Earth biome. So on one hand I really wanted to level them up, and on the other I just thought it would be quite cool, to let them fight all the creatures there, so I could, get to know what my Rexes are capable of in terms of fighting. So yeah, I just, made a little boot camp on the Scorched Earth biome for them to level up, and later I found a level 135 Daedon I could use for the boss fight, so I just, jumped off Wagner and bowled at it. So I could just, you know, fire some trank arrows. And after giving him a few shots, he ran away. But I didn't really want to let him run away, so I just kept following him in and hunted him down. So yeah, we got our first day done, and a very important part for the boss fight later. And on day 64 I kept looking for some more high level Rexes, but it wasn't really my day. I didn't found anything. I didn't even found some low level Rexes, so no, there weren't really any Rexes on the map. So when I spotted a level 150 snow owl, I decided to tame it, and after landing a few shots, it flew away, and I couldn't really keep up with him, and there wasn't really a way of me shooting it from my wyverns, so I just, you know, had to get away. And on day 65 I was just flying around looking for Rexes. I mean, that's what I did for almost every day. And I also gathered some resources, and in the night of day 65 I was finally able to place our industrial forge, and then I went on to gather some resources so I could make this absolute beast of a crossbow. And on day 66 I decided to farm some metal, and while farming I got attacked by an alpha raptor, and I got stuck between some rocks and him, and he just went for me, didn't really attack my archery, and it was just in time when I made it to my Anki. So yeah, as it was very intense, I managed to survive it, and we also managed to kill the Alpha Raptor with combined forces, so yeah, close call, but yeah, we move. Here we are on day 68, and we're just about to make our way into the waterfall cave below us, so we could get the artifacts for the boss tributes. So yeah, after clearing out the cave with Wagner, which actually took a while because there were so many insects and stuff, it really took a while. I mean, it wasn't actually a problem for him because he's such a fucking beast, but there were so many. Just look, it took a while. And yeah, after clearing everything out, I needed to make myself a plan on where to go, because there were like so many ways you could go in the cave. And you know, after struggling a bit, I actually made my way to the artifact and grabbed it after killing some spiders. So on day 69 I decided to make my way into another cave, and I just ripped my saber out again, and then I took him to the cave. So the saber almost died, so yeah, I ran away from the fight so he could heal up, and yeah, quite a while later I made my way to the artifact and I grabbed it. So yeah, we mastered this cave as well, and yeah, we're ready for the next one. So day 17, and we're just about to enter the next cave on our journey to get all the artifacts for the boss tributes. So yeah, after ripping my saber out and looking for him, I was finally able to make my way into the cave. And yeah, so being in a cave, I struggled with some of the insects in there, but well, I mean, we managed to kill everything, especially with our new quite dangerous crossbow. It wasn't really hard to kill, everything, and you know, after taking a while to make our way to the artifact, with losing the orientation for a few times, we managed to get there and collect the next one. So yeah, almost done with all the artifacts. Uh, Day 71, I went into another cave, and it was quite a cool cave. It was a cave that had like the abandoned ship in it. And after Asada and I killed some of the bats, we we really we really it really took time to kill all the bats because there were so many around. Yeah, but I mean, Asada was quite good, so yeah, we managed to kill all the bats without a problem really, and we didn't get some of the diseases. So yeah, I think quite a dub, to be fair. And yeah, after killing the last one, we made our way to the artifact with a huge jump. And then yeah, I was just waiting, so there wasn't really a dino stuck beneath me that could knock me off. But yeah, I grabbed the artifact. And on day 71, I made the stupid decision to attack a Giga with Vecna because I would want to see if Vecna was able to kill the Giga. But then I ran out of stamina and I had to land just in front of the Giga. And I mean, things got a bit mixy in here. And yeah, so I decided to run away and put him on following and passive. So yeah, he would fly behind me to, you know, like follow me, even if he's out of stamina. So yeah, I managed to save him, and I just ripped up my sidearm, so I could escape as well. But I mean, there wasn't really no need since the Giga wasn't following us. But yeah, we survived. So later on day 71, I needed to go back to the waterfall cave because I accidentally, I accidentally lost the artifact. So yeah, um, this time we didn't really struggle to find the artifact, still know where it was. So yeah, we just had to kill some spiders, and then we picked up the artifact, and yeah, we were done with the artifact hunting on day 71. So it was just a matter of Rex breeding now, and yeah, we made a couple Rexes, and on day 72, I finally whipped out the Megalosaurus we had. I actually tamed them in one of the caves, but I had no footage of it, and I realized it way too late. So yeah, we just have we tamed two 150 Megalosaurus, and it was actually a breeding pair. So yeah, I mean, quite a cool thing, cause I didn't really had them before. So yeah, I was kind of excited with them, even though they're like only useful at night. But yeah, I called one of them Nightmare, and I called the other one Sleepy because he wasn't really in the mood for getting up. And yeah, in the night I decided to, you know, to take Nightmare for the run, to kill a few things and even level up. I mean, I actually wanted to test him as well, to see how good he is, how fast he can kill things. So yeah, just a little test. And on day 73, I went on to look for some more high-level Rexes, and while flying around, I found a level 135 Rex, and you know, like in the snowy mountains. So yeah, I tried to get him, you know, more to the to a warmer area, and then I fell down, and I I reacted quickly enough to put my parachute out, so I could, you know, like get away, even if I'm on low health. And I mean, I actually almost died there, and yeah, I mean, we managed to survive it, and you know, I just had to when I was near the ground, I was looking for some, you know, like some aggressive dinos, but there wasn't really any, so I could just rip out my siler when I landed. So yeah, you know, like I had some protective company, and then I decided to run straight back to the Rex to, you know, like to finish the tranking process, but seemed like the Wyvern bit him, so he wasn't really capable of taking enough shots. And yeah, so it was day 74, and I took a few of my Rexes to the Redwoods so they could level up. And yeah, I killed an Alpha Colonel for the extra levels. On day 75, I brought all of my Rexes to the obelisk, you know, threw them out the cryopod. And I also left my Raptor there so he could, you know, like protect them if some wild dino decides to attack them. And later I saw a Tapahera and I decided I want to tame it. So yeah, I ripped out my Mastercraft crossbow, and after giving him one decent shot, I tranked him. And yeah, then a pack of Dilos decided to run at my Tapahera, and they killed him while he was asleep, and I couldn't really do anything about it. And sometimes I hate to play. So yeah, being back home again, I continued to breed some Rexes. I mean, you could never really have enough Rexes. And on day 76, I decided to, you know, like go for a little trip with Wagner and to get myself as much pelt as I need to make myself some really cool, you know, pelt armor. So yeah, I just went on to kill some woolly animals and collected all the pelt. So a day later, I was not able to make, you know, like the pelt things, because it took like it took just way too much pelt. So yeah, day 77 I decided to go to the Scorched Earth biome to get myself some cactus sap, because I really wanted to make some, you know, some burning, some flammable arrows for the boss fight. So yeah, I just went, you know, like to farm some cactus sap, and I didn't realize the wolf was there, so yeah, he attacked me, but I, you know, didn't really, I mean, it was a cool high level wolf, but I wasn't really able to tame it, so I just had, you know, to kill it, but it wasn't my problem, since they have a headshot bonus. So yeah, later on day 77, I needed some, you know, some of the yellow things the fire wyverns drop for the flammable arrows. And yeah, so I went to the wyvern branches and I was looking for some cool wyverns with fire. So yeah, you just took a deep dive into the cave. And after looking out for a bit, I actually find a few. And so basically my first thought was, oh, let's spit some poison at the wyverns down there. And after missing the first shot and missing the second shot, I managed to, you know, like hit the third shot, but it was actually a poison wyvern and not a fire wyvern, so yeah, it didn't really deal any damage to it, so yeah, I just had to kill them both biting. Since you can't really control the poisons that you take while flying, and I didn't really want to kill myself, so yeah, just had to bite them to their death. And you know, like after flying around for a bit, I managed to kill the fire wyvern, and I got myself enough of the yellow thing. So yeah, I just could go back to base after recovering for a while. And on day 78 I brought some more Rexes to the obelisk, so they could, you know, like just become conscious again. So yeah, and I also decided to breed some more Rexes, so I mean, was basically all I did in the end game. And on day 79 to day 81, I decided to do some base work, and you know, I put some more foundations down, you know, put up some walls, and I actually put up some, you know, placed some gates at the breeding platform. So I mean, I felt it looked a bit cooler. I mean, it tastes obviously very different, but I liked it. And yeah, that's basically all I did for all the 3 days. So nothing too spectacular. And on day 82, I continued to, you know, to hunt for some boss tributes. So I went to the swamp and killed some circles for the skin. And I mean, it was dark, so it really took me a while to see them. But I mean, it wasn't really a problem to get them because there are so much in the swamps. So yeah, after having all of the skin, I whipped up the Siler on day 83 and I was looking for a Saraceno, and yeah, I killed him for his claws as a tribute. So yeah, there wasn't really anything missing. Now I had all the tributes, so I mean, it was just a matter of waiting for all my Rexes to, you know, to regain their health and stuff. So yeah, day 83 I decided to breed my Megalosaurus, and I actually managed to get a decent level baby. So yeah, I was, you know, kind of proud to get my first Megalosaurus baby. And yeah, after thinking for a while, I decided to call him Dream. And yeah, that's basically it for day 83. And day 84, I brought the last remaining Rexes to the obelisk, and I mean, it was all set up. I just needed to like activate the portal, but I really wanted to give them time so they could heal up. So I spent the rest of day 84 with just flying and traveling around the map, you know, looking at the places I've never really been before. So, you know, I took a cool flight with Wagner, and I was actually kind of surprised on like how many beautiful like corners there are on the Lost Island map. And I actually have to say that I really enjoyed the map, you know, like if you're talking about graphics. It is day 85 now, and I'm still just flying around the map looking for some cool things to do on like the last day before we go into the boss fight on day 86. So yeah, I was just flying around collecting some drops, maybe looking for some cool animals, but yeah, nothing too spectacular. So yeah, I spent like the rest of the day with some preparations. You know, I was looking for a way to, you know, like to shoot from my tames, so I could, you know, like attack the boss while being on my mount still. So yeah, then it was day 86, the final day, the boss day, and I put all my boss fight tames into the area, into the arena, and we were ready. We were ready to put up a good fight.
So it begins.
So this is the end of the video, and I really hope you liked the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope that I did some better work compared to the last video. Like the audio was kind of messed up. So yeah, I really hope I improved. And yeah, I also want to thank you especially, like for the support on the last video. It was kind of crazy. I didn't really expect anything like that, and I was really gassed. I was really happy with all the positive feedback, and yeah, like, wow, it was really amazing. And I also want to announce that I'm going to take a step back from the 100-day videos. I'm kind of planning to release like a smaller series, like maybe a 30-minute video like every week of me, like doing stuff in Ark, playing on Fjordur and stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this, and I really hope you like it as well. So yeah, stay tuned for more.